In the heart of the South Deanery, a vibrant tapestry of people come together. Each one, a unique thread woven into the fabric of the Roncalli High School community. Join us as we explore the stories, the passions, and the shared spirit that unites us all.
Greetings, Roncalli family, and thank you for taking the time to join us for our Together We Serve video series as we recognize, thank, and pay tribute to the pastors from each of the Catholic parishes that make up the South Deanery of the Archdiocese of Indianapolis. It's a very small way by which we can express our deep appreciation for all they do in shepherding each of their respective parishes and for their support of Roncalli High School. You know, we thought we'd wrapped up our series last month, but with the recent new parish assignments, we have 3 new pastors in our South Deanery now. We welcome one of those new pastors to this month's video and hope to feature each of the new pastors in the coming months. This month, I'm delighted to be joined by Father Ben Syberg. Father Ben grew up in Greenwood as a member of Our Lady of the Greenwood Parish, where he also went to grade school. We're very proud that Father Ben is a 2006 Roncalli graduate. Father Ben was ordained a priest by then Archbishop Joseph Tobin, now Cardinal Tobin, on June the 7th, 2014. During these first 12 years of his ministry, he served in 7 parishes, has been chaplain at the University of Indianapolis, and has also spent time as Associate Director of Vocations for the Archdiocese. Father Ben is in his first month here in his new assignment as pastor in the Nativity Catholic Church. Father Ben, thank you again for joining us, and most importantly, thank you for all of your ministry here at the Archdiocese.
Absolutely, yeah. This was my principle, so just anything Mr. Weisebach needs, I'm here for.
Circle of life, circle of life. Let's start with the vocation. Talk to us a little bit about how your vocation came to be.
Yeah. I guess, priests have different experiences of this, but for me, I just always wanted to be a priest. Since I was about 5 years old, they were playing mass in my room, and I was always a pretty religious kid, although I got in trouble a lot too. But I loved church, and I loved the priests at our parish, and I probably had a few detours along the way, but for the most part, it was just always something I wanted to do. It was
Great.
Creeks.
Neat story. You mentioned priests. Were there priests or adults or other people that really kind of impacted you in terms of your decision to choose the priesthood?
Yeah. Well, there was just so many, honestly. In here at Nativity as the pastor, I'm just thinking about those relationships that I'll have with our kids. When I was 7,
Right.
I remember, Monsignor Knieven, just walking in there. He was like Father Grandpa today, but I remember First Communion and Reconciliation. All the priests were there, but his line was so much longer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm going to Father Herrick.
Yeah.
I'm going to the priest I know.
What a good man.
Yeah.
What a man.
Yeah.
Well, let's go back 12 years, June 7th, 2014. Ordination Day, I'm sure it's a special day for you. What memories stand out the most to you in terms of that Ordination Day?
Oh, yeah, gosh. I actually don't remember a ton about it, but I remember a few months later when this guy showed up at my office. Do you remember when he gave me my book from the ordination, and I see all these pictures from my first Mass and from the ordination, and Chuck, I think he started crying.
Yeah.
I just thought, what? This all really happened. It's such a whirlwind, but I think one of the biggest moments I remember was, the priest, we lay down on the ground.
Yes.
And I just remember being there, listening to the Litany of the Saints and laying there with my other brother priests. And I knew the Lord was right there. He was on the floor with us.
How many other brother priests are ordained that day?
Well, so at this time, there's actually just 2 of us left.
Okay.
So me and Father Temp,
Very good.
another Roncalli graduate. Yeah.
Those 6 rocks.
That's right.
The ministry of a priest obviously is very diversified, but saying the Mass and celebrating the Eucharist must be a pinnacle of ministry. But what other parts of the ministry have you come to really enjoy and love?
Yeah. Well, when I was in school, we would talk about this, but in terms of just we preach and we preside at sacraments, we lead the parish. But another just fundamental aspect of being a priest is just building community.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely.
just bringing people together, just getting to know families, to love them through good and bad times. I'm so blessed as a priest. I've been all over the archdiocese. To be back home, close to my family, close to where I'm from, and where even at Nativity, where I know so many people already. The priest just gets to be a part of people's lives, and that's what it's all about.
Awesome. How about saints? Favorite saints that really speak to you?
Sure. Well, I feel like that probably changes from week to week. It's got what's the current flavor. I love Saint Augustine, the early church father, who Theo had a kind of a checkered past.
Yes.
He didn't just grow up a priest or a saint, and Saint Augustine, like a lot of the early church fathers, he understood the weight of what was being asked of him. Sometimes we talk about follow Jesus, serve Jesus, and so wonderful and uplifting, and it is, but it's a tremendous responsibility too. And so I'm reminded when I read someone like him, if I feel out of my depth, well, join the club.
Sure. The life of a pastor of a parish is very busy, I'm sure, very effective. But if or when you get a little bit of downtime or free time, what does Father Ben like to do with his free time?
Well, the first thing is I need to sign up for Costco. Now that I moved down here, I need to get my membership so I can go shopping. Again, my family is in town, so I'm taking Fridays off. That'll be my day away from the office, but I'll still be working because I'll be going to football games and stuff. But sports and family, and I like to read, like to work out, but I think I just like to hang out more than anything. Yeah.
Are you good about taking that Friday off?
Probably not.
You got to do a better job.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Got to be healthy, mentally, physically, and spiritually.
Right.
You mentioned books. Anything you're reading recently to this?
Yeah. I actually just leafing through a little book right now called The Diary of a City Priest. And it's just a little book of journal entries. He's a priest from Philly, and a hard life.
Sure.
30 years in a very urban, a very poor area, and it's good for me. I kind of, if I'm overwhelmed and feel sorry for myself, I'm reminded that you might have better than you realize. So yeah.
Well, you mentioned at the outset this has been something that you were on the path to since a young child. But if you can think about it, what would, if Father Ben had chosen not to pursue the priesthood, what might Father Ben be doing with his life today?
Oh gosh, I'd be dead in a ditch somewhere, I think.
Hot beats.
That's what it said. Is that what Todd said? Oh, right. I don't even know at this point. I would just probably find a job and take care of my family. Sure. Yeah.
Well, again, Father Ben, on behalf of the Order Roncalli, super proud of you, and we'll continue to keep you in our prayers, and God bless you for you and your ministry.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. And thank you to all of you who continue to support Roncalli High School through your gifts of time, treasure, and prayer. I would ask that you please consider joining me daily in praying for Father Ben, and for all of his brother priests, and for all those who have been charged with the responsibility of spreading the good news of the gospel through all four corners of the earth. Please pray for their lives and for their ministries. Thanks again for joining us. Until next month, God bless you. Go Royals, and St. John the 23rd, pray for us.